And I'm delighted to be joined by the international security expert Matt Fiddes, who previously guarded Michael Jackson at the height of his fame. So, Matt, I want to show you this clip, which has just gone public. I played it at the top of the show, but it's definitely worth seeing again. And it shows you how long the shooter, Thomas Matthew Crooks, was able to stay on that roof with a rifle, being spotted by many MAGA supporters at the rally, but unfathomably not the FBI.
We're doing the job. I wouldn't even be doing this. I'd be at some beautiful place with the gorgeous ocean, the Mediterranean,
Look, they're all pointing.
the Atlantic, maybe the Pacific.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there.
Where?
Right there, you see him? He's laying down. You see him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
And Scott, I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a Senate.
What's happening?
And to make sure we take back the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look.
And it's
There he
not
is.
easy, because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people, criminals. We have criminals.
He's
We
on
have
the roof. He's
drug
right.
dealers. We have people that
Right
should not be
here,
here.
right on the
And
roof.
it's much
He's
tougher
clearing
than
up now.
it happens.
You went right on the roof again.
Matt, how on earth could the Secret Service miss that, especially given these reports that that roof had been pinpointed as a vulnerability? And is this why you believe that there may have been an inside job going on?
It's shocking, Dan. And I've been involved with working with some of the most famous people on earth. And whether you love or hate Donald Trump, everyone is entitled to safety. And that was complete misconduct on the police's part. They could, I mean, we're talking about the United States here. They could have pulled out a gun and took that guy out right away. And why on earth, like you said, wasn't there people positioned there? So normally when you get to these situations, you have somebody positioned on every single roof there with a sniper. For instance, I went to Barcelona recently with my wife, and on the Spanish, not Barcelona, Rome, on the Spanish steps there, you had snipers up on the roofs there facing down. So there's no terrorist issues. But you're talking about the most famous man in the world here, Donald Trump. And not only is he a former president, and probably now due to this too, and his popularity is going to be president again, he's a multi-billionaire. So he's quite used to having security around him. But there were some major mistakes made there. First of all, that guy should have been took out straight away. There should have been snipers there. But my opinion is, and I'm one of those people, Dan, who, you know me, I don't believe in conspiracy theories.
No, not at all.
I'm straight to the point, but something is very fishy about this, I can tell you. When you're shouting to officers, there's someone on the roof with a gun, that Donald Trump just simply had to be taken to the ground and gone out of there, and it would have been neutralized. Why the heck that person was left to be able to crawl up there while everyone is shouting and so forth is deeply bizarre. There's a lot of money involved in this campaign. Now, the responsibility lies on President Biden here. He's the man at the top of the tree. And by now, I would expect the head of the Secret Service to have given a statement. How on earth was this happen in this small little sleepy place in the United States?
When they knew that roof was there. And all they've said so far, Matt, is that they're conducting an independent investigation. Well, that would be the least I expect you to do. So are you leaning towards, I know we don't have all of the evidence, but are you leaning towards this being something other than incompetence and potentially being some sort of inside job to take out President Trump? Because we know, Matt, we know that the FBI and the CIA have a history of that.
Well, both me and you, Dan, have got a mutual friend with Donald Trump, and he has a lot of issues at the moment, both civil and criminal cases we're throwing at him. People wanting to bring him down. And this is the ultimate way of doing it, especially in a little small place like this. It's a very small rally. We should not have been possible, especially in 2024. That should not have been possible. So, yeah, I do believe money would have exchanged hands. There's been an inside job here somewhere. The Secret Service weren't acting normal. They were far away from their principal. The principal is the person you're trying to protect. They should have been right next to Trump. And the fact that he was allowed to raise his head, maybe he would have gone into shock mode. So everyone was giving him a hard time about asking for his shoes and saying, fight, fight, fight. The guy's just been shot in the head, for crying out loud. If you get a shot in the head, you've got bullets whizzing past, you're not going to be thinking right. Plus, he's 78 years old. He doesn't need to be there. He's a multi-billionaire. But he shouldn't have been allowed to show his face again, because there could have been another sniper in the crowd. they normally come in ones or twos or threes, not just one person on the roof. So the fact that the Secret Service let him stand up again is deeply bizarre. Whether he likes it or not, they should have held him to the ground and got him the heck out of there. And he shouldn't have been allowed to do that famous signal he did, fight, 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 which is going to cause even more controversy now. And from my point of view, something is not right. And I think over the next coming weeks, there's going to be some major discoveries on corruption behind the scenes, because this should not have been allowed to happen. When was the last time this happened? Like Ronald Reagan or something like that?
Ronald Reagan in 1981. But as Dr. Sebastian Gorka, the former Trump White House advisor, told me earlier in the show, at least with Reagan, the Secret Service put their own lives on the line in order to protect their principal. And that didn't seem to happen here, as you say. Matt, look, what I want to do now is look at this critical 2-minute period, and we've got some fascinating footage, and we'll commentate what happened. So let's run this now, Matt. So there you see Trump is on stage. He is speaking, and from the start of the footage, in the middle, you can see the gunman on the roof, and you can see members of the public pointing out to the authorities that there's someone there. So surely, Matt, at this point, given there are snipers on the roof, he should be neutralized immediately, right?
Where's the Secret Service now? They should have took him to the floor, signal given by the officer, bang, bang, finished, over, done. That's it. That's the way it works in the United States of America. They do not mess around. We're lucky enough in the UK we don't have guns, and we don't have to worry about stuff like this. But how are they going to rally going forward now? I predict it's going to have to be some kind of virtual thing, because every single public event now it's been proven it can happen.
Then that footage gets taken off, Matt, but Trump remains on stage. So what hasn't been filmed, but according to eyewitness reports, what happens at this point is that finally an officer, we don't think a Secret Service member, but a member of the police, confronts the gunman, but ends up going down. And at that point, the gunman shoots. And we see that happen almost, I think, at this moment now, in just a couple of seconds. But that, Matt, that means there was over a minute and a half where either the gunman could have been neutralized or Trump could have been escorted off the stage. They left him up there.
It's complete madness. And the guy should be dead. I mean, we should have a completely different conversation today, Dan, but he's a very, very lucky man. But his team, all of them, were jokers. They were all a bunch of cowboys, and they seem more like fanboys to me that just were looking at him as starstruck. They should have been right up at the top of him, keep him to the ground. Whether he wanted to get up, he would have been
2 minutes.
No, you're not allowed, Mr. President.
2 minutes, Matt, it took. So they had 2 minutes to change history, potentially. But as you say, thank God, I guess God was looking over Donald Trump. But look, in your view, as someone who is a security expert, as someone who has protected very high profile people, this was such a failure that it is likely that there has been some sort of corruption, some sort of inside job going on here. That's where you stand at the moment.
Money is exchanging hands. I mean, and one thing I want to get across, Dan, too, this is sad what's happened to Mr. Trump, Donald Trump, but let's not remember the man who lost his life here. For all these idiots who are messaging in saying it was staged, it's fake blood. A guy died here trying to protect his family. This is not fake. This is real reality in the world we're living in today.
I know.
We need to understand that.
Now, I've entered my 40s, so I really believe in staying healthy. As I just discussed with Lawrence, the last year wasn't a particularly healthy one because stress makes it really difficult. And I'm one of those people that often turns to eating, turns to food when I'm very, very stressed. But when I came out of that, I decided to start prioritizing my health. So I've exercised pretty much every day. I'm taking my nutrition seriously. Critically, I'm doing the 16-8 fast. But what I've realized via scientists like David Sinclair is that that will only get me so far. He has now proven that actually it's interventions that go beyond healthy habits that can help reverse aging. So I was looking for a product that I knew would enhance everything I was already doing, but one that was backed up by solid evidence. And so that's why I use Salvein by Verso every single morning. It has scientifically proven ingredients that fight the effects of aging by increasing NAD+ levels. That's the stuff that powers every cell in your body. Now, I've been taking the product for a number of months. It has genuinely been transformative. I've especially found it really so much easier to keep doing my fasting, to cut the amount of food that I'm eating, and I've lost fat, believe it or not. The team at Verso, by the way, tell me that's due to the product's blood sugar regulation effects, which lead to fewer cravings. But I'm also sleeping better, waking up with more energy. This product has taken years off me, and I would genuinely love you to experience the same thing. Don't take my word for it, though. Verso publishes third-party testing from each batch produced to guarantee you are getting what you paid for. And I'm very excited to say that in conjunction with Verso, we have an amazing offer for you today. If you head right now to buy.ver.so/outspoken, you will save 15% on your first order. All you need to do is use the coupon code OUTSPOKEN. So the link, by the way, to that is in our YouTube and Rumble description, but I'm going to repeat it here now. I'll spell it out for you. buy.ver.so/outspoken using the coupon code Outspoken. And Matt, meanwhile today, a scare for King Charles and Queen Camilla in Jersey, where the couple were forced to briefly suspend their visit. These are the pictures of it happening. Things did stay quite calm. But do you think, Matt, that this is a direct reaction of security around the world now being taken much seriously after the Trump shooting?
I think the world's going to be on edge now, Dan, just like after 9/11. I think the world will be be a nervous wreck at every public gathering when there's royalty or prime ministers, presidents. It's gonna take a whole different direction. The fact that someone's been able to do this in 2024 and nearly killed Donald Trump is absolutely ridiculous. To me, it's an inside job, and for me to say that, people that know me, is unbelievable. So I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but this one has to be an inside job. Otherwise, you're looking at a very incompetent team, and Donald Trump needs to sack them all and start again.
Absolutely fascinating analysis from a man who knows all about protecting the world's most high-profile individuals. Matt Fiddes, thank you so much for appearing for the first time on Outspoken today. Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please do subscribe if you want lots more clips and interviews like that. Plus, if you want to watch our totally uncensored after show, then visit www.outspoken.live.